Let's have a look. That's better. Good evening, everybody. The second semi-final between England and India was played today here in India in the 1987 Cricket World Cup. India looking to become the first ever host nation to reach the World Cup final. England looking for a place in their second World Cup final 8 years after playing the West Indies. The match was played in Bombay. The pitch was exactly the same pitch which India caused so much havoc on against Zimbabwe. Remember, lads, Zimbabwe 18 for 4 from the first 10 overs. Parippa took 4 for 11 in his first 5 overs, and they humiliated Zimbabwe out for 135 and 1 convincingly. It was a sort of slowish, normal pitch. And India, like Pakistan yesterday, they won the toss and elected to bowl first. A bit of a gamble, but Kapil Dev said they'd chased 3 times successfully this tournament. The pitch was a little bit slow. And having bowled Zimbabwe out for 135, he felt that he could reduce England to 220, 230 and try and chase the runs down. The pitch played really well, to be honest with you. So I wouldn't, like with Imran Khan yesterday, although it eventually backfired for Imran Khan, the pitch, they stayed in touch. And this is the outcome of another unbelievable match. It was another fantastic game of cricket once again. And I think the difference is, as you can see there with the man of the match, Graham Gooch, his 4th man of the match award. But have a look at the score he got. 115 off 128 balls. The first England batsman to not only go past 400 runs in a World Cup tournament, but 450 runs now. He's the leading run scorer. That innings of 115 is probably the difference between England and India. England being in a World Cup final and going out in the semi-finals. 115 off 128 balls. Wonderful. Robinson got 13. 4 for Bill Affey. First 50 of the tournament for Mike Gatting. 56 of 58 deliveries. A wonderful, wonderful effort. There's a quick fire 32 of 30 deliveries for Alan Lamb towards the end of the innings. 6 for John Embry, 7 for Phil De Freitas, a duck for Phil Downton. Was it Phil Downton or Paul Downton? Paul Downton, sorry, and 1 not out for Neil Foster. 254 for 7. You felt they got 20 runs too many. They felt that was about par for the course. India never gave up. Look at Kapil Dev's figures. 3 for 38, his best figures of the tournament. 7 wickets in the tournament for Kapil Dev. He's not bowled particularly well this tournament, but he bowled brilliantly. 15 wickets in the tournament for Meander Singh in 7 matches. 3 for 54. Expensive, but what a tournament he's had. Joint second highest wicket taker so far alongside Imran Khan. 0 for 40 for Manjot Parippa. He couldn't follow up that 4 for 19 he got against Zimbabwe. 1 for 41. Very good bowling performance from returning Chichan Sharma. 0 for 49 for Ravi Shastri, and 0 for 13 for Mohammed Azruddin. Nearly got his name wrong. 254 for 7. India, like Pakistan this day, were always in the hunt, but they just lost wickets and no one went on and got a big score. As you can see there, they just lost wickets at crucial times. You just feel like, Kapil Dev and Imran Khan tried to be positive, but in the end, winning the toss and bowling has backfired. This is the 36th match of the tournament, and only 9 times of the team batting second won. But obviously having chased 3 times, and the pitch did play well. It didn't really deteriorate at all. I felt it was probably good enough. Like Pakistan yesterday, you felt like it was good enough for chasing, but England's bowling was just too good, and one bowler in particular, as you'll see in a moment, or you can see from that scorecard, there was 28 for Christian Kath. Sunil Gavaskar, his final ever innings as an international player. He's retired from international cricket. 4 runs. He ends 347 runs in the tournament in 7 matches. A wonderful performance from Sunil Gavaskar. He's had a terrific tournament. His last ever tournament. The guy who hit 37 off 143 deliveries against England all those years ago at Leeds. the leading run scorer for India in this World Cup, and at last proving that he was a very good one-day player, bowing out on his home ground in Bombay. But he'll be so sickened that his team, India, didn't reach the final. There's 24 for Sidhu. He couldn't get a fifth 50 in 5 innings. 64 for Mohammad Azharuddin. I think that was his second or third 50 of the competition. 24 for Chandrak Pandit in only his second appearance on the tournament. Kapil Dev, like Imran Khan yesterday, tried to up the pace. I'm going to do something here. Yep, okay. No, it's speed on the other way round. Tried up the pace here. 30 off 25 deliveries. He tried his best. There was 22 got out for Ravi Shastri, but look at that low order. A duck for Kieran Moore, 4 for Manjul Parakbar, 0 for Chitan Sharma, and a duck for Chitan Sharma and a duck for Meander Singh. Their last 5 wickets fall in for just 15 runs, India, and all out in 46 overs for 219. Eddie Hemmings, what a performance. 5 for 52. A wonderful performance. Expensive, but he was bowled very, very straight, and he just was a threat probably for the majority of his innings. Brilliant bowling figures from 6 overs. 6 overs, 1 for 22 for Gladstone Small. Wonderful again. He took a hat-trick in his last match. He's taken another 3-wicket haul here. 3 for 47 for Neil Foster. He's come of age in the knockout stages. He's bowled really. He's probably been the best fast bowler. 1 for 37 for Phil de Freitas. He's not really taken that many wickets in this tournament. He didn't take a wicket, but superb bowling figures. 10 overs, 0 for 35 for John Embry. Really squeezed India, and 0 for 16 for Graham Gooch, as he bowled 3 overs. The match summary of another wonderful semi-final here. England versus India at Bombay. India won the toss, selected to bowl on a slow, normal pitch. England batted superbly for their 50 overs to reach 254 for 7. We felt it was just about par for the cause. India always in the hunt, but in the end, no one managed to get the big score. India all out for 219 in 46 overs. England winning by 35 runs in the end. And for the 4th time this tournament, the man of the match, Graham Gooch, 115 off 128 deliveries. His first ever World Cup 100, and it moves him past the 450 run mark and makes him a leading run scorer. 4 50s and 1 century in 7 matches, and what has been a superb performance. This is what it means. There'll be a new name on the World Cup trophy come Sunday. Australia versus England. Everyone thought it'd be a Pakistan-India final. It's the oldest rivalry in international cricket, which will be played in the World Cup final on Sunday. Australia versus England. There will be a new name on the trophy come Sunday. A third nation going to win this World Cup. But let's have a look at the star players. Let's have a look at the star players for both India and England. We'll have a look at India's star players before we go. Before we end up giving you a preview. Well, Manjul Parakbar didn't take a wicket. 12 wickets in 7 matches, an average of 23. He's had a solid tournament, an average of 7 with a bat. But yeah, he's looked solid. That 4-wicket haul was certainly helped, which he got against Zimbabwe, certainly helped him in terms of his things. He's had a very good tournament, but Meander Singh deserves all the credit. 15 wickets in 7 matches for Meander Singh. He wasn't included. Kapil Dev, in the end, that 3-wicket haul, 7 wickets in 7 matches, an average of 30. He hasn't looked unbelievable with the thing. He's been very economical with the ball, but he's struggled to get wickets. But 164 runs in 5 innings and 2 not outs, an average of 54. Included 150. He's had another very positive tournament. He's captained the side well along with Imran Khan. Let's have a look at the England players. A 5-wicket haul for Eddie Hemmings. Now 11 wickets in 5 matches, an average 16. That average has gone down dramatically thanks to that 5-wicket haul. A wonderful effort from him. He hasn't played in every match, but 11 wickets in 5 matches. Another wicket for Phil de Freitas. He's averaging 18 with the ball and 20 with the bat. He was out today for 7, but that's not his main case. 10 wickets in 7 matches. It's pretty solid. He's been very economical throughout the tournament as well. Alan Lamb, an unbeaten 32 towards the end. 328 runs at an average of 82, which include 350s as well in 6 innings. And he's also taken 4 wickets in 3 matches. But look at this from Graham Gooch. It's actually 444 runs, my apologies. He ain't broke the 450 run barrier yet. He needs 6 runs to do that. Averaging 63 in the tournament. 444 runs, an average of 63. 450s and that 100 now. And 41 with the ball. But it's his batting, which everyone's talking about. He's got, well, one of the highest averages in the tournament. So many averages in the 50s. I mean, look at that. 54. Just going to have a quick look. 54 for Vivian Richards, averaging 54. Vivian Richards having 54. Ranatunga averaged 77. 67 for Sunny Manik. 54 for Kepil Dev. 82 for Alan Lamb. 63 for Graham Gooch. And 55 for Steve Waugh. 67 for Jeff Marsh. And 53 for David Boone. So, yeah, it has been a batting tournament, you can say. A wonderful effort from England. It's a monumental performance from England. Again, we've got a final in which many people predict that. Sorry, I just need to check something. Yeah, sorry about that. We've got a final which no one would have predicted. Everyone was saying India-Pakistan final, but it is the old enemy of Australia and England that will be playing in the World Cup final on Sunday. If it's anything like the semi-final at the Oval in 1979, where England were all out for 93, and then they had Australia 39 for 6, and then Gilmore came into his own. Remember, he took 6 for 14 that day, and then got 28 not out, I think, in that run chase. And anything like thing, they'll be regretting, they'll be hoping that they don't have to face Alan Lamb. Alan Lamb is obviously a thing. He's going to be playing in the final, but they'll be hoping that Alan Lamb doesn't continue the form that he's shown in the group match early on. It's been an unbelievable tournament. We've seen 2 of the best semi-finals I think I've ever seen in terms of quality and drama. Both teams, commiseration to both India and Pakistan. No doubt the nation is in mourning right now, but India and Pakistan have been wonderful to watch this World Cup. But in my opinion, the 2 teams that have got better as the tournament's gone by, the 2 teams that haven't been outclassed, they've also played great cricket throughout this tournament. And in my opinion, even though Australia could win the World Cup having lost 2 matches, and India and Pakistan have had 1 defeat, and they're out of the tournament, well, that's what happens. It happened 4 years ago, remember? But India will have to wait 4 years to Australia. Australia could become the 2nd consecutive team to actually win the World Cup and then host it the next edition. So, you know, think anything could happen. But see you. There's 1 more match in this World Cup left. It's Australia versus England in the World Cup final. This is me, Lawrence Howard, reporting on the 1987 Cricket World Cup being played in India on Brian Lara Cricket on PlayStation. We'll see you on Sunday for what promises to be an absolute wonderful, wonderful final. Bye-bye from me.